WCW. I'm delighted to welcome into the studio Elliot Schofield.
Hello, Carl.
He's a big issue vendor. Is that right, Elliot?
That's correct, Carl. Yes, I'm a big issue vendor. Started 5 years ago, and I'm currently doing it to this day. Luckily, my life's turned around quite a bit. I'm now doing a lot of events for them and helping them, trying to give a little bit back for what they've given me.
The positivity's come back into your life, has it?
Exactly. Every piece of positivity has come back into my life. I mean, if I look at a picture of myself now, I can't imagine what I looked like 5 years ago.
May I ask you what happened to you and how it's changed?
Of course, yeah, that's no problem. Originally, I lived in Tamworth. I mean, I travelled all over the world as a child, so I was very lucky. Had a great upbringing, and that just proves that doesn't matter where you come from.
There's no stereotypes.
Exactly, that's right. And like Stephen said, it's stigma. You know, you can be intelligent, you can be anything. Unfortunately, I came into contact with drugs, heroin in particular.
Really?
And it dragged me down a very, very dark road. I spent most of 9 years in Tamworth taking it and dragged myself through such a terrible time. 3 flats, involvement with very bad people.
Yes.
You know, one trip to jail that... Until 21 years old, I'd never even got a criminal record.
Yeah.
It changed me completely. But luckily, I decided one day, I think, you know, you just have to get down on your knees occasionally before you can pick yourself back up again. And I decided to come into Birmingham with just a rucksack. My mum gave me the train ticket and a little bit of money to spend. And I slept outside a hostel, the Snow Hill, which isn't there, unfortunately, now, in the same form that it was then, Carl. But... I stayed there for 1 week or 2 weeks, got treatment straight away, which is completely different in Tamworth. You'd have to wait 3 months for treatment.
Right.
And I saw people selling the Big Issue and met a couple of guys around the town and thought I'd give it a try. And I walked into the office.
How hard was it, not only for you, but for your family when you were going through that hard time?
Oh, terrifying for them. I think they did everything they could. But like I said... It's like anything in life, you've got to want to help yourself. And the Big Issue, I can say, is based around that whole theory. So
what was it that found when you were reaching almost rock bottom, you'd been to jail, you were taking heroin, your life was disintegrated before you. What was it that when you got to your knees, you realised, I've got to change this? What was it, a spur, or was it, what happened?
It was like a lightning strike.
Yeah.
One morning, literally. I had a flat. I was using at the time. I was fed up of waiting for treatment. I'd just come out of jail, got clean, and ended up back on drugs. And you can imagine the frustration of having to wait to get treatment in a town. And I thought, you know what? One of my friends had already gone ahead of me.
Right.
And I thought, if he can get treatment in 3 days, so can I. And I thought, this flat, everything in it means nothing to me. I'm better off just packing what I can and moving forward, and that's how I ended up in Birmingham.
So you came to Birmingham and you got treatment pretty much...
Instantly, at the Snow Hill, They treated me straight away.
Was it hard coming off the heroin?
No, very easy. With the correct treatment.
Right.
Now, one thing I've
learned... That's a myth buster then, isn't it?
It is a myth buster. It's not... How can I put it? It's easy if it's done properly.
Yes.
Now, anything in life done correctly is very, very simple. And so, no... In a way, it's hard. It's something that stays with me every day, but I've moved on from it, and now I feel like I'm moving forward, and that's where the Big Issue came in for me. That's where they really stood out.
So you get clean first of all.
Yep.
Then do you start working for the Big Issue?
In treatment, Carl.
Right.
I was in treatment, and I like I said, I met some of the guys around the town.
Yes.
And decided I just walked in there, and I met Tom and a few other people that aren't there now. Greg, various other staff members. And basically just spoke to them, and they were very inviting. They explained the rules to me, what was required of me legally, and gave me my 5 magazines and told me, you know, give me a map where to go to more street stations.
So that was your corn seed, really, was it? Your 5 mags was the first.
That's it. Yeah, they give you that one chance. This is for you.
Right.
This is if you want to help yourself, that's what they will do for you.
And then thereafter, with that money from the 5, you've got to buy more.
Exactly, that's it. And that's what makes it special, because you're responsible for yourself.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I'd never had. Drugs had controlled my life that badly.
Yeah.
That it was a case of, well, I just didn't have anything.
To be able to... You couldn't stand up for yourself in the end, could you?
No.
Because drug was what you control.
No, that's all I had. But it worked anyway. And I remember the first day I went to Moore Street Station.
Yeah.
And It was the most terrifying thing I've ever done.
Take me back to that day.
I can tell you exactly what it was like, Carl. I got there, basically. I stood outside Moore Street, and I didn't have a jacket. You have a trainee badge at first. And I stood there for a good 5 minutes, and I finally got the courage as everyone's storming across the road and said, "Big issue, please." And the first answer I got was, "Get out the way, mate. Get a job off another person." And it shocked me. Yeah. It absolutely shocked me. It took me 20 minutes to pick up the courage
to go back.
Oh, I stayed there, but it took to give it another go.
To approach somebody again.
Yeah, and it was really terrifying. But the thing is, after 2 hours, I thought, right, that's it. I've got one magazine left. I went home, and I had 20 quid in my pocket. Yeah. That's 20 quid I didn't have when I woke up that morning.
So you could buy more magazines the next day?
That is exactly what I did. I thought, it's hard.
Yeah.
But it's better than it's a chance. It's something to move forward with. And because of the way the staff treated me when I went to my induction, it was a case of, you help yourself, we'll help you.
So that was 5 years ago, Steve.
Yeah.
Elliot. So where are you now? Describe how your life is different today to 5 years ago.
It's fantastic. My life's completely different. A paradox. A complete paradox of what it was. I'm in contact with my family like never before. It's perfect. I've met my lovely partner, Emma. Her parents are great. I still do the big issue a tiny little bit, but what my part in the big issue now, to me especially, is this. Yeah. I want to give something back. Yeah. I want to guide other people. Yeah. So every time I walk into the city centre now, even if I haven't got my jacket, if I see someone begging, if I see someone sitting in a corner, the first thing I say is, and I will give them the time of day, I will say, do you want me to take you to the big issue office? I've got no money. They'll give you 5. They will help you. Yeah. Give you that head start forward. Yeah. And, I've done some amazing things with them. I did a thing over the weekend where they changed the whole of an art gallery into a Monopoly, like loads of Monopoly boards everywhere. Really? But they changed all the things on the Monopoly boards to homeless places where people would sleep at night. Yeah. And it was just fantastic. There was giant dice everywhere, stuff like that. For the sponsors, the people who were there to hear my message, Joel, who's one of the big, a vendor in London who's moved on. And, and now I'm doing the Birmingham Night Walk. And I can only say that I'm just really proud.
So what would your message be to a youngster, as you were a few years ago, who's been perhaps peer pressure and whatever, take this, have a drawer of this. What would your message be to them?
My message would be, when you're ready, when you know that you're ready to try and do something for yourself, to move on, even if you're still on drugs, even if you haven't got treatment yet, go straight down to the big issue office. In Birmingham, in London, anywhere. It doesn't matter whether it's West Midlands or London or Birmingham or Manchester. Please go there and please let them help you. Because if they can change your life like they've changed mine, then things are looking up for you.
You've got a few people you want to say hello to as well, haven't you?
Yes, I do. Yes, please, if that's okay. First of all, it's everyone at the Big Issue team. Thank you for helping me so much. That's Tom, Suzanne, Becky, Ro, Freddie and Stephen at the office and Andre. And obviously, John Bird himself. Emma, my lovely partner, and her parents, Tony and Jackie. And my mum, Jackie Lynn Schofield, who I love very, very much. And my dad, who unfortunately isn't with us anymore, but I'm still going to say I love you anyway. Thank you, Carl.
It takes a big man to open up.
Yes, it does.
And say what he did wrong and how low he got. It takes a very big man, and I'm most honoured that you've opened up, that you've shown us deep into your soul.
Thank you.
But they've also shown a light for other people who think there's hopelessness, that actually in the darkest night there still is hope.
It's exactly what I said the other day, to be honest. Thank you very much.
Well done,
Carl.
and I bet your mum's dead proud on you.
She loves me to bits.
I bet her does. Well done, Elliot. And if you want to find out more about the Big Issue, the website address again is
www.bigissue.com. Well, there's two actually. There's www.bigissue.co.uk, which is the actual for people who want to do the Big Issue, and then there's www.bigissue.org, which is the Big Issue Foundation, which is the charity itself.
And that's the one to find out about the Birmingham Night Walk.
Exactly, yes. And
well
it's
done.
right there in front of you.
I wish you every success to the two of you, and may all your dreams come true.
Thank you, Carl. You too, mate.